Hey everybody, it's Scott Gustafson. It's another sunny, sensational day here in North Carolina. I hope you're having a magnificent day yourself. I want to take this time to ask you a quick question. How many times have you ever heard this where you're at work or a social gathering and you ask somebody, "How are you?" And they respond, "Can't complain." Well, I could complain, but it wouldn't do any good. Well, as a supervisor for over 20 years, I've learned to speak better with people, not just in work related issues, but also just in life in general. And I would tell them, if you want to talk about it, I'm here for you. I'll be glad to sit down with you, schedule some time, and we can discuss what's wrong. Now, did everybody take me up on my offer? No. But the ones who did, it made a huge difference in their life. I'll give you a quick example of this. So at the beginning of every shift, I would go to each and every individual employee in my charge, and I'd simply say, "How are we doing today? Do you need anything? If there is anything I can do to help you, let me know." And on one occasion, I had an employee who was usually all smiles, always had a friendly demeanor. And I could tell he was a little razzled, a little upset. And he simply says, "Yeah, I could use some extra money." And so I asked him, "Well, how much money do you need?" Knowing full well how much he was getting paid weekly. He said, "I need about $400. And so I said, "Why $400? And he told me that his water heater broke, and the money he was going to use towards his motorcycle payment went to fixing his water heater. And so I gave him some nice advice that I've learned over the years. I told him, "Here's what you can do. Call up your payment agency and just let them know your situation, what's going on in your life, and why you might be late on your monthly payment." And also gave him some other advice on how to make some quick cash. And sure enough, he took my advice. The following Monday, he comes into work, he's all smiles. He says, "Hey, I took your advice." Well, I called the payment agency. I was able to tell them what was going on in my life, why I might be late in my payment, and they were completely fine with that. They were happy that I was able to reach out to them and communicate what was going on. And he also took my advice on how to make some money. He made about $100, $200 that weekend to help go towards his motorcycle payment. And that was great. I was happy for him, and he was happy that I was able to just take a couple of moments to listen to him and help him out in his life. See, there's an old saying that two heads are better than one, meaning it's simpler for multiple people to tackle an issue simultaneously compared to allowing just one person do it by themselves. Now, I'm not sure if it's shame of being mentally, or in this situation, financially inadequate, or simply laziness. But having difficulty understanding why, when some people are faced with a problem, they would rather suffer the consequences than look for a solution. Especially in this day and age where we live in information so readily available at our fingertips. But for those of you out there who fall into the similar situation, where maybe it's shame, your fear of just not being aware, not being educated, the next time you have a problem, instead of suffering, instead of complaining or not complaining, visit awesomesuccesshabits.com and let me show you how the next time someone asks you, "How are you doing?" you can say, "I'm awesome." I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.